So it's 10 o'clock in the evening. Jesus at this point has finished the Passover meal with his disciples. Judas has left, specifically to betray Jesus. Jesus has washed his disciples' feet, and now Jesus leaves with his disciples, headed to the Garden of Gethsemane. It's the last moment of peace that we'll see in the rest of this story. There's going to be a lot of chaos. There's going to be a lot of confusion. It's going to be a lot of pain. It's going to be a lot of heartache. But even in this moment of peace, Jesus enters into the garden and he asks his disciples to pray with him. The Bible says that he goes just a stone's throw away from them and he begins to pray himself. We'll talk about that in our next update. But when he comes back to check on his disciples, Jesus finds them asleep. They can't even stay awake for just a few moments and pray along with Jesus. Now, friends, before we get too hard on the disciples in this, let's remind ourselves of the fact that sometimes the Lord asks us to do things that are simple. Speak to a neighbor, make a phone call, live our life a certain way. And we have a tendency to fail. We have a tendency to do things our own way. We have a tendency to fall asleep when all he asks us to do is to stay awake and pray with him. So let's use these next few moments to reflect on our own life. What is it that Jesus is asking you to do that maybe you haven't done yet? Maybe make a phone call, send a text, give a word of encouragement. Maybe there's a life choice that you've made that you need to change. Let's wake up to the fact that Jesus calls us to live for him every day.